Hello. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I hope everybody had a good week. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm glad it's the end of the week. I feel like my weeks have been going really slow. Not that it's a bad thing. Work hasn't been crazy. I've been enjoying myself. I just feel like the weeks have been slow. I don't know. But hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm glad it's the weekend. I finally feel like I am getting back on a schedule. I know I said that I really wanted to last week, and I'm not totally there yet, but man, I feel like I'm finally getting back into a routine. For the first time, really, since I came back. Feels very nice. Hello, hello. Hollow Raven Mario, how's it going? Thanks y'all for being here so early. It's been pretty slow for me too. Maybe that's just how the start of October is. Well, hopefully that continues. Hopefully that continues. I'm okay with it being a little slow for... I like when my life is kind of cruising along. You know what I mean? Week been going fast for me? That's good. That's good. I'm good, Mario. Thanks for asking. I'm good. But I'm finally getting back into the swing of things. It's nice. Now, not completely. I didn't miss a stream this week, which was cool. But I haven't, I like to usually post at least like one YouTube short / TikTok every day. And I haven't done that. So that's probably going to be next week's goal. But in regards to like just feeling like I'm on top of things, I'm back. It feels really good. And I also I know I said probably like last month that I really just wanted to start doing my other hobbies again. And I finally had some time to do that as well. Drill, how's it going? It's been a while. Hello, hello. Hope your week has been free of stress. It has been, actually. I was just saying how great my week was going. I hope your week was good too. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What's Press drinking this stream? I got a bottle of water and I got black coffee. But this weekend I am ordering the part for my espresso machine that I keep saying I'm going to order it and then I never do. My espresso machine's been down for a while now. And I actually ordered the part to fix it, and then it was the wrong size. So ordering a different part. I think this one's going to be the right size. And then we're back to making like the fun latte stuff. One thing that I wanted to do, I've been thinking about this. I want to make like videos on latte art, or I guess my learning experience of learning latte art, because I don't currently know it, but I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be very fun. Your week was good, Drill, but not really stress-free. That's okay. It's Friday, you made it to the end. That's what matters. You want it to be December? Okay, you don't have December money? Okay, so hear me out. I love December. I do feel you, Hollow. I also don't really have December money right now, but it's been getting a little chilly by me finally. Because, dude, I don't know. Across like the Midwest and the Eastern United States, I feel like it's been really hot for the time of year that it is. And finally, we're getting like that October chilly, and that just means that we're one step closer to snowboarding season. And that's what I need. I need snowboarding season like I need oxygen. I'm so excited. I really want to make like some snowboarding content. I know it's hard as a VTuber, but if I can't do any like live streams right from the slopes, I would love to do just like short form content of a couple of my runs. You guys can see how cool I am. I'm not very good. I could do jumps, but last year I put myself out for like a month trying to do a trick and I did not land it. I did not land it. If you combine them, you'll get an amazing drink called watered down black coffee. Pretty nifty fun fact, huh? Hollow, I didn't know you were so knowledgeable in the coffee scene. I see you. I didn't know. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll give the Hollow, take it for a spin, yeah? But yeah, I finally started doing a lot of my hobbies. I don't know, do you guys remember Pal World? My friends and I made a Pal World server. And so I've been playing Pal World. It's fun. Pal World's really fun. And then I started a new manga too. It's relatively new. It's got like 40-ish chapters, but it's called... The official name's really long. It's The Useless Idol. who only has one fan, I think is like along the lines of the name. And it's a really sweet manga. I'm not very far into it, but I mean, the title's pretty self-explanatory. It's about an idol and her one fan, and it's really cute. It's really sweet. But that was my week. I'm finally getting back into the swing of things. You relating to it? Kinda. Kinda. A little bit. I'm like, wait a second. That's funny. A little bit. A little bit. Except you guys are a little nicer to me than her one fan is to her. Her one fan always buys meet and greet tickets, but then uses the meet and greet time to tell her everything that she did wrong during her performance. It's really funny. It's a really cute manga. I'm interested to see where it goes. I could very well see it going into like a romance theme, but I also really just like the dynamic of like fan and performer. I don't think everything needs to go to a romance theme. I mean, if they take it that route and it's well done, I won't mind. But as of right now, I really like their dynamic how it is. I think it's really cool. Very interesting. Gotta take notes. You have to be nice to me. Everyone has to be nice to me. I got thin skin. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I have pretty thick skin. All right, that's enough. That's enough yapping. Did I use that right? Thick skin? Yeah. That's when you can take the criticism, I think. Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that. Because we got Ace Attorney to play. And where we left off, we're finally getting back into the court. Court is back in session. And as a reminder, if you missed the last stream, you probably, well, some of you remember Manfred von Karma. Manfred von Karma, who we actually sent to jail. And we are about to face off against his child. So we are going against von Karma's child, who we have not met yet, so I don't know what to expect, to once again defend Maya here. And if I had a nickel for every time we had to defend Maya in court, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. As a little refresher too, Maya is on trial for murdering, I can't remember his name, but he was essentially like a hospital owner. Really, what we're going with right now is that she was possessed, but things seem a little suspicious. A gun and a knife both brought into the summoning room, which I don't buy. I don't see how there's a reason for either of them to have a gun or a knife on them. Certainly not Maya. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. This is going to be interesting. They've left a lot of things open. If Depresso only has 1 viewer, then I am that viewer, the manga. She's just like me for real. That's funny, man. That's funny. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together, but maybe I was drawn to it as a beginning stages content creator. Okay. Prosecutor von Karma? You mean, no, it's not the one that we faced. I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred von Karma was really a sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, all so we could win. Yeah, he tased us, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he tased us. Oh, here we go. They're giving us a recap. How nice of them. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years until he met us. Who knows what sort of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now, his successor, I wonder what kind of person they'll turn out to be. Yeah, that's true. I wonder if they're going to be as underhanded as he is. Are they going to have a bunch of tricks? Or are they going to be like a straightforward attorney? We'll see. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Pearl's here! You showed. Thanks for coming all this way. Probably traumatized? Probably, right? I can't imagine they're happy with this. Or maybe they're like, thanks for getting the criminal, even if it was my dad. I guess we'll find out. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you 2 come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Then you came all by yourself? Wait. Pearl, who has never stepped foot out of the town, came all this way? That's awesome. I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. You go, Pearl. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. Oh, dang. That's crazy. Well, and took the train, I'm assuming, right? I can't, if it takes 2 hours by train. Wait, she didn't take the train? Did she just, like, run a marathon here? That's crazy, Pearl. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's a psychic medium thing. Maybe they got extra stamina, or maybe she, like, levitated here. Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's your tray? And oh my gosh, she did run. I give up. You know what? She's here. She's here, and that's what matters. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Edgeworth? Who's that? Actually, Pearl, you got his nickname right on the nose. He's Nick's rival. He's also a friend. Oh, I thought Miles was there objecting to the friend part. I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. Objection! Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. Objection! There was always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life, Maya, I've only been in the business for about a year now. For life. Please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. Wait, he's gone? Wait, what? And he's not coming back. Wait, whoa. Wait a second. What's that? Wait, what is that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Whoa. They can't leave us on a cliffhanger like that. Where's Miles? Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Whoa. What a lore drop. Guess we'll never know. I guess. How am I supposed to lead this court case with that in the back of my mind? Wait, what happened? That's a crazy lore drop. June 21st, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. I guess we'll never know. Oh, we don't even get Maya by our side. Wait a second, I know this prosecutor. This is Von Karma's kid. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. I've seen this prosecutor before. Obviously in, like, the artworks and stuff, but I saw a clip of her in the anime, too. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? She reminds me of him a little bit. I see the resemblance. What is with this kid? Ahem. Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Me? Yes, Your Honor. Why does it always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. She can't be happy with me. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma? I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Oh, no. Oh, she's not happy. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Did she just whip him? Your Honor, don't take it. I'll protect you, Your Honor. That's crazy. I'm talking. Oh, wait, she's insane. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Oh my gosh. She whipped the air, not him, hopefully for his sake. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person, I beg of you. Ow! Okay, that one hit me. That one actually hit me. Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Okay, I really like her. She's fun. She's really fun. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. And what is the defense's position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. Hurtful, but okay. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. What is with these attorneys and time frames? They love setting time frames. I love Francisca. She's a surprisingly deep character. Good luck facing her. Good, good. So she's probably not a one-off rival then, right? Heck yeah. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but Maya's innocent. The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. That's what they did for, or that's what Robert Hammond did, right? If I'm remembering correctly? For Yanni Yogi? Actually in Von Karma's case. He had him plead not guilty, or he had him plead justified self-defense. Do. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father like daughter, I suppose. They definitely have a lot of the same mannerisms. Hi, Gumshoe. Welcome back. Just another day on the job for you. You're probably getting pretty used to being up there. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Ah! Don't hit Gumshoe! You asked for his name and occupation. Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. Okay, I'm guessing this is the summoning room. That's what the channeling chamber. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim on the left and the defendant were in the room. And what were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Wonder what woman would be with Karma out of all people? Dude, this is crazy. I wonder, is Karma alive? Or did he get the death penalty? I don't know. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. And that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? Oh, Von Karma was certainly wealthy, right? For sure. He's like one of the most famous attorneys. And aren't they like celebrities in this world? Yeah, I feel like he was very wealthy. I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. Your Honor, you can't just say that. Floor plans added to the court record, a diagram of the channeling chamber. So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time then. She's got places to be. Witness testimony, cause of death. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, he was stabbed in the chest. So before, he was stabbed first and then he was shot. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Okay. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Autopsy report added to the court record. After being stabbed in the chest, Dr. Gray was shot in the forehead at point-blank range. The court accepts it as evidence, Mr. Wright. You may question the witness. Alrighty. There's not a lot going on here, is there? We'll find out, I guess. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead. I'm going to just press on everything because I think there was only like 4 lines of dialogue. Is it an immediate contradiction? We'll find. Yeah, for sure. I definitely call it that. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? That's a good question. It was the victim's. It was Dr. Gray's? Now, why would he have... Okay, that's a very normal sounding objection, actually. Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints. There were fingerprints. Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Faye's, were also on the grip, sir. Ooh, that's tough, but not impossible to come back from. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. I walked right into her hands there. The shot was fired from point-blank range, but before the victim was shot, he was stabbed. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause the death. And then the murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off. Okay. Shot was fired from point-blank range. Hold it! Point-blank, huh? So, about how far is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches, so like 1 to 2 feet. And how do you know he was shot at point-blank? Tisk, tisk, tisk. She's confident. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder? When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. I did not know that either. But before the victim was shot, he was stabbed in the chest. Do we have the knife? Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? There we go. A fruit knife. Interesting. I see. And whose knife is it? It looks like it belongs to the Faye's, sir. Of course it does. And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints are all over it. I'm sure we're not asking that. You don't have to say that. All over it, huh? This does not look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? She is way too confident. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. This is interesting. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first and then shot? Yep, sure as sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. Interesting. Here we go. Oh, I'm joking. Sorry. We're good. My bad. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter, then, which was first? Think a little bit more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What a bane. She's very mean to me. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Perfect. Very well. The court accepts them into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. Was Gray's. 2 shots fired. Bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. Why is Gray bringing a gun into the thing? And the knife was added. Murder weapon, a small fruit knife, belongs to the Faye's. Bears Maya's fingerprints alone. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. Well, if there were 2 gunshots, do we see where the other bullet went? This does seem like an open and shut case. Uh-oh. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse, as if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true. I didn't even get to... Hold on, Your Honor. Let's not jump to any conclusions now. Let's let the court do its thing. I should really ask, but how did she get a whip into a court? I feel like when you're a Von Karma, you can just do whatever you want. I feel like the Von Karmas, they get a pass. Isn't that a danger weapon? Certainly. Certainly. I remember a strange hole last stream in the summoning room. Yes, I was thinking of that too. But the place of it was really weird, right? Because it was behind Maya. So it's almost as if, like, Gray shot. And then... Right? I don't know. This is fishy. Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. All the way? Absolutely not. We are not guilty. I do wonder if we choose justified self-defense, though. Do we lose? Like, if we... Yeah, probably, because then it's like guilty. You probably get like your guilty verdict, right? If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined and she'd be labeled a murderer. Yeah, no, we can't have that. We can't have that. So much I want to say about Francesca and her character, but I gotta let you experience it on your own. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm excited. I'm excited. I really like her so far. Your Honor, have you reached a conclusion? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. Let's go. Oh, you have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective. Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony. The final strike. Yes, sir. Uh-oh. Proceedings are run by... Okay. This might be a problem. Your Honor, I'm looking out for you when I say this. We might have to, like, think about taking that thing away. It just seems like a little dangerous, right? Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Incriminating evidence testimony. Uh-oh. But there wasn't a lot of holes in that story, so maybe this will give us another hole. I feel like this is maybe just a little bit illegal. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Oh. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence as well. Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. There are blood splatters on it. All right, Mr. Wright. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. Here we go. Cross-examination time for real. Okay, what I'm going to do, let's take a look at our evidence. Let's take a look at our evidence here. We've got the attorney's badge, the all-important attorney's badge. Okay, we've got the newspaper clipping talking about the patients that died from the clinic. We have the guide map of the manor. We have the Magatama, which we'll probably not use now, but we'll use at some point. Then we have the second newspaper clipping from Mimi Miney, died after falling asleep at the wheel. Then we had the folding screen about 8 inches off the ground as a small hole. This is what was behind Maya in the channeling chamber. We've got a black key. I don't think that's going to be important. Floor plans. We've got Dr. Gray's autopsy, the murder weapon, 2 shots fired, murder weapon, and Maya's costume. Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Or was he? Or was he fighting back because this was behind Maya. So unless she took the gun and shot it backwards, I don't see how it ends up there. I'm interested. Do we have a new profile? We probably have. Yeah, we have. Franziska von Karma became a prosecutor in Germany at age 13, a prodigy who has never known defeat. I think I'm going to press him on it to see if we can get any more info, but I might have him pinned here. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer not have a fight with the victim, or did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. We're in real trouble. No, we're not, Phoenix. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow. We've already found it. No need to do any of this stuff. I really think we've got it. Objection. Okay, the music did not stop. This isn't looking good. Does the gun state 2 shots? It does. It does state 2 shots. Okay, my bad, Your Honor. My bad. I thought you'd be able to put 2 and 2 together, but we'll spell it out for you. Okay, we're going to have to press on the rest of the testimony then. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kind of scary today, you know, pal. Gumshoe, lock in. At least I don't have a whip, man. Like, at least I'm not causing you physical harm. Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. He hates me. I don't know what I ever did to this man, but he does not like me. Just stop glaring at me like that. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. She's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? That's a good question, Phoenix. As you can see, it's covered in blood. This blood on the costume. Lab results show that it is the victim's blood. Interesting. Okay, that's not ideal, is it? So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well... Oh, if you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad. Not enough time. Let's move on. Not enough time says who? Yes, Ms. Von Karma is perfectly correct. Is she now? Nice. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do? I want to press further. Just gonna okay, I'm gonna save my game. I'm gonna press a little bit further. I just feel like there's gotta be something, right? Why is Ms. Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. Poor Gummy getting abused physically and mentally. I know, he's having a rough day at the office. Can't tell if he sides with her out of fear. Dude, I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like he always just sides with the prosecutors. Here's what I think about the judge. He wants to go on lunch, right? And so the quicker he can wrap up these trials, the quicker he can get lunch. Gant even invited him for lunch. And Gant was a murderer. There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright, Ms. Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it. Looks like my time is coming up, so about the costume. Yeah, you know what? There's one little thing wrong. He did it in the middle of the trial. I know, he's crazy. Your Honor, actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What are you talking about, pal? Gumshoe looks kind of relieved. Where is this problem you're talking about? He signs out a paycheck? Also true. I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. A bullet hole. Take that. I ask the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. Oh, there's a tiny hole here. A hole? But that wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Dun 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 dun. Gunpowder? Well, no one ever told me. A hole that smells of gunpowder. It looks like I found the hole I was looking for, but Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Oh, this will lead right into the barricade hole, right? Order. This is a very grave matter. I don't know if the first case of this game was in the anime. Pretty sure not, but Gumshoe technically has a crush on a character named Maggie. Wait, really? That's really funny. I think is the first case not in the anime? I haven't watched it, obviously. I just figured if it was, they'd put it after this one. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Okay. Clothes Mai was wearing at the time of the murder. Press the check button for details. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? Does she think she has me? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. I don't know about that. Objection, please. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then no way. There's actually no way. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. All right, here we go. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. He wasn't fighting back. Oh, we already did this one. Okay. There's even more incriminating evidence. This is the costume. It's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back? 3 bullet holes in total, but only 2 fired. That's a good point. Unless the one that went through Maya's jacket is the same one that hit this, right? Which could be the case. 2 shots fired, though, is the exact opposite of not fighting back, I'd say, right? Like, do you think that that's an objection that's good? I'm gonna try it. I mean, 2 shots fired and 2 sets of fingerprints? I mean, that seems like fighting back to me. But not to the court. Okay. This one's kind of tricky already. Yeah, this is a pretty hard case so far. Okay. Save our game. Okay. Let's see. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. The fact that there's a bullet hole on her outfit means a bullet was fired at her. Right! How are we saying that that's not... This is the costume the defendant was wearing. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Do you think this will stand? Like, is this a good... I'm going to do this, and then if it doesn't work, I'm going to go back so we don't lose too much health in one go. I feel like this is right? I don't know what else it could be. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. The murder weapon. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Nothing. Okay. Dang. Seriously? Yeah, let me take my tumbles. It's too early for me to ask for help. It's too early for me to ask for help. If you don't know, feel free to theorize, though. Okay. Sorry, pal. There's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume. Let's take a look at all our evidence. No, I feel like... As you can see, it's covered in the blood. The defendant's... Or, not the defendant's blood. The victim's blood. Gray's blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Without a doubt? Are we, like, sure? Like, what do you mean? As you can see, it's covered in blood. I'll give you that the blood spatter is from the victim, but what is this hole in the sleeve? Sorry, pal. We must have thought it was a tear in the seam. No, no. Missing the hole is not what I'm asking about. I'm talking about the hole itself. The smell of gunpowder clearly gives away that it is a bullet hole. What are you? This is facts. As if little things like that matter. Okay, Von Karma. They do. A bullet hole in the sleeve, blood splatter all over the costume. Neither of these things can change the fact that the defendant did kill the victim. I know there's something more to this costume. Come now, detective. You're wasting precious time. Yes, sir. Okay, so Phoenix is convinced there's something more to the costume. 3 holes, so either a third shot was fired, or the victim hit a nasty shot on Maya and got the folding screen in the crossfire. Right. I mean, it could go, like, right behind her. Is there... Yeah, where's the diagram? Because this is where the hole was. This is where Maya was. And this is where the victim was. So the victim shot through her coat into the board. I mean, I think that's pretty feasible. I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't know. Can I use this? Like, can I use the Magatama? Gunpowder residue around a bullet hole. Murder weapon was grazed. 2 shots fired. The knife. Hold up. Okay, you got a crazy idea? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. No, it's not Magatama time. I didn't think so. Maya's costume? She was wearing this when we arrested her. So you don't get anything from pressing on these first 2 at all. Which means it's got to be in one of these. And I mean, obviously it's covered in blood, so I don't think I have anything to object there. And it's the victim's blood. So it's got to be this one. This has got to be where the hole is. What if they shot through the screen, Maya's outfit, and then victim? Oh, so you're saying... I thought about this too, actually. You're saying whoever it was came here and shot this way. I could see that. Using this to conceal their identity? I could definitely see that. I mean, it worked. If that's what they did, it worked. Huh. Okay. I could definitely see that, though. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So all we have to do is prove that he might have been fighting back. This isn't going to help, this newspaper article. The diagram of Faye Manor is not going to help. Preston, you just start saying your theories sooner. It's always, oh yeah, I was thinking that. Oh, I was thinking something similar. I promise I'm not stealing your ideas. I promise. I just keep a lot of it in. Listen, if I say my theory out loud and they get it wrong, it makes me look dumb. No, I'm kidding. But I promise I wasn't. I'm not stealing your ideas. I promise. You gotta look dumb. You're right. You're right. It's for the content, if nothing else. I don't think the newspaper clipping's gonna help. And we tried this and it didn't work, which is crazy. An old steel key. I don't think this would prove that there was no fighting back. A diagram of the channeling chamber is not going to prove anything. And this isn't going to prove anything. Wait. Okay, wait. Phoenix said to check this. Can I move it around? No. He said there's got to be something with this. Can you check the profiles? Yeah. I don't know. Gray Surgical Clinic director had a malpractice incident. Was arrested on suspicion of murder while channeling. Don't really need Mia. Pearl, Maya's cousin. Prodigy with immense spiritual power. Maya's aunt. Her sister is the one that died in the car accident. This is the victim from a year ago. Lotta Hart and Francisca. Oh, this is tough. I need my oh, there it is moment. The defendant attacked and killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Okay. Without a doubt was not fighting back. I mean, if I got stabbed, I would try my best to fight back, right? Try it. No way, it didn't work. No way, no way. Shoot. Okay. I don't see it here, and I definitely don't see it in any of these, right? Like, I can't object to this, and I can't object to this. There's nothing really to object here. What if the redhead sister had a grudge against the victim's doctor involving the car accident? And my first behind the screenshot theory was right. I could see it, because, here. She's there. She was at the place at the night of Gray's murder. So that could absolutely be the case. She could very well be guilty. I do think you might be onto something. The defendant attacked and killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Without a doubt. How can we prove without a doubt? Press check button for details. Is this all it gives me? Phoenix keeps saying there's something here. Okay, I'm going to press here one more time. See if I'm missing anything. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder change drastically. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. What would prove that the victim fought back that I haven't already showed? I think it might be the diagram. It might be the diagram, and then I present this, right? It might actually be the diagram. She thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone, but I'll find a critical contradiction. I'm really not trying to just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. I'm really lost. I could see it being this, because this clearly had the victim here, Maya here, and then we have the evidence to show that there is a bullet hole here. That could be motive if Eni had a grudge against the doctor involving car accident girl. Absolutely. I feel like we will get Eni on the stand here at some point. I'm lost too. I can't even blame you. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. I think I got my theory locked in. Lock it. I'm gonna present this. Come on. This is the hardest first trial of all time. No, Phoenix, stand your ground. Stand your ground, Phoenix. They are related. Oh my gosh. No clue how he would reach it if it's true, though. I don't know either. Maybe there's like a secret passage in there, right? Okay, so I'm lost. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was fighting back. Hidden back door? Potentially. Without a doubt. Stabbed in chest, then shot at point blank. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. And it wasn't the knife. Maybe it's the autopsy report. Like, this doesn't show without a doubt. Unbelievable. This is crazy. This is crazy. Dude, Ace Attorney's supposed to be my chill stream where I know what I'm doing. Oh no, this is bad. Holy moly. I was thinking maybe the report too, but that's a no. I know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm lost. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Without a doubt. What would prove that Gray was, in fact, fighting back? This. Did we present this? I just couldn't remember. I had to try it. I couldn't remember if I had done it. Okay. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. A diagram of Fey Manor. Slightly translate. Okay, that doesn't matter. Nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic died after falling asleep at the wheel. Whose gun is it? It is Gray's gun. Crazy that he would bring it into the summoning room, right? Do the newspapers have any info that could suggest fighting? I think I submitted Gray's gun. The newspapers don't really. This is just saying that Mimi Miney died falling asleep at the wheel. And this is saying that 14 patients died from malpractice. So these aren't even related to the current event. I'm going to try the gun. I mean, that's just crazy. Dang. Holy smokes. Okay. This is time for sure. We're going through one by one. Or a knife. I presented the knife already. Can I check it? No. Belongs to the phase. I just don't see where you stab someone and then shoot him. It's not clocking for me. It doesn't make any sense. The profiles probably wouldn't show anything, right? We pressed everything? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Because this is just him telling us, sorry. Right? You're kind of scary today, pal. Please. So that didn't get us anything. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. Maya's costume. Yeah, she was wearing it. And then Phoenix is just like, man, she wears the same thing every day. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? And then it's, as you can see, it's covered in blood. Alright, I'll give you that the blood splatter is from the victim. But what is this hole in the sleeve? Sorry, pal. We must have thought it was a tear in the seam. Maybe I'm presenting the evidence at the wrong spot. Missing the hole is not what I'm asking you about. I'm talking about the hole itself. The smell of gunpowder clearly gives away that it is a bullet hole. What? As if little things like that matter. But they do. A bullet hole in the sleeve, blood splatter all over the costume. Neither of these things can change the fact that the defendant killed the victim. I know there's something more to this costume. We can't seem to find a way to link the gunshot hole to the fact she got shot at. Yeah. I know there's something more to this costume. But this just seems like a really weird addition to the testimony if we're not going to use it, right? That's why I've been so stuck on it. I was thinking about suggesting trying other statements too, seeming like our only option. Yeah, I guess so. This is just really weird. Maybe we'll get there. As you can see, it's covered in blood. And then they gave me the ability to check this. Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. Press the check button for details. And so now I'm left wondering. I'm left in a daze. Okay. As you can see, it's covered in blood. Yeah, I definitely see that. And there's nothing to object there. But what would be the evidence that shows... I'll try the gun. No dice! Wow. Okay. No dice on that one. Okay. Sitting up in my gaming chair. It's time. Well, it's my office chair, but... Okay. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Without a doubt, Gumshoe. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Are we sure? Are we sure, Gumshoe? An old steel key. Okay, let's go through the dialogue at the end one last time. Nothing. Are those the only two we can present on? No, we can present on these. I just don't know. I don't know if these two would do anything. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume that the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. Maybe we can object to that. Like, maybe? Didn't one have like a choice path where you pressed on it? Yes, it did. Do you think I messed up? Because I did. I think I... No, I took away that save. There's no way it would lock me into this, would it? There's no way. That would be crazy. I feel like the paths, isn't it usually like one and you're done? There's no way we locked ourselves. Because we soft locked ourselves then, because I've been saving. We might have screwed ourselves. Dang, you think so? You're not locked? Okay, good. No, I don't think I can get there. Can I? roll raggy. roll raggy. I don't think I can get back to the tree, can I? As you can see, it's covered about. Let's find out. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Let's find out. Maybe after this. Come on. Come on. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. No. That's a command, not a name? Wait, what do you mean? What's a command? Huh? Huh? What am I missing? Okay. Oh, I pressed... Oh, wait. I don't know. I think I get what you're saying. Like, Zoink Scoob, we totally can't find evidence to beat the whip lady. Okay, let's try pressing on it all. Let's see if we can get our tree back here. Our choice tree. Okay, no dice. What about this one? No dice. Hold it, Gumshoe, please. Give me anything to work with. What is this hole in the sleeve? Sorry, pal, we must have thought it was a tear in the seam. No, Gumshoe, that's not what I mean. The smell of gunpowder clearly gives away that it is a bullet hole. Wait, pause. The smell of gunpowder gives away that it is a bullet hole, which in turn proves that he was fighting back. Now, how do we present that? How do we present that? It would have to be presenting this, but that doesn't work. But it smells like gunfire. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. Okay, wait. I might have it. I might have it. Neither of those things can change the fact that the defendant killed the victim. Defendant attack. Okay, and this, we'll press on this one, see if it gives us the tree, and if it doesn't, I'm going to try something. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know he wasn't? So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this circumstance. Oh. No! No! My path! It's not there! Okay. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Okay. There's gunpowder on it. Can I do this and then present it from here? No. Dang it. Usually when they say something like this, I feel like it's usually a dead giveaway. Like, hey, pay attention to this. Is no one going to question how a bullet hole got into her outfit? Thank you, Raven. Like, what? Come on. Okay. Murder weapon was Gray's. 2 shots fired. Bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. You've got the right item? Okay. It's this? This is the right item. Okay. Okay. Where the heck do we present this? It's maybe we've got to have to present it here then, right? As you can see, it's covered in blood. Objection! Phoenix, stand your ground. Don't take this from him. Okay. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered by blood. The defendant who attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Without a doubt, he says. Without a doubt. This bullet hole serves no relevant purpose. Absolutely not. Of course not. I'm pretty sure I already presented this, but we'll try again. What? Wait. I'm going to have to watch the VOD back. I swear I presented it. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Did I not present this? Huh? I mean, I'm going to have to watch. What did you present and to what? I presented Maya's robe to the last statement that there was absolutely no way that he put up a fight. I swear I did that. Maybe, I mean, clearly not. But man, I don't know. I really thought I presented this piece of evidence. Maybe I presented it too early. I don't know. I'm just happy we got it. I'm just happy we got it. I feel like that shouldn't have taken me as long as it did, but thanks for bearing with me. That's crazy because I feel like we said that a million times. I don't even know when though. Yep, we'll take it. You will hear no arguments from me. The music stops. That's a good thing. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? Thank you. What does it mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Oh? Is this what it means to not fight back? Or potentially even to instigate? Yeah, you're right. It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. All right, the wind seems to be shifting. Huh. Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Ms. Von Karma, it seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Yeah, I may have done that. Once or twice. Now that you... Why, that's right. Ow! Problem is, all this would only lead to self-defense. Yup. Hit the nail on the head, I think is the saying. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. You're telling me this last hour was for nothing? Well, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. How so? Get behind me, Gumshoe. I'll protect you. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. You mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Gumshoe, no! Poor guy. Yes, sir. Right away. All right. Please, we're on to something else. Witness testimony. What transpired? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Okay. Of course, the victim used the lack of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Gumshoe, whose side are you on? Although, if I kept getting whipped like this, I feel like I would also cave. So, that's okay, buddy. We're going to get you off that stand. I feel you've been up there a while. This scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface, it seems to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Your Honor, it's just my face. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Now we gotta find the order of each event. Yeah, that's probably where this is going. Okay. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the lack of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun and took a shot. But because they were too close, he missed? How does that make any sense? The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. I'm going to press on this one first. So you're saying that the bullet hole in the costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Okay. The defendant then picked up on the opening and fired the gun. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant, and in body strength, and it seems unlikely that the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, I guess so. I like her objection. It's powerful, but under control. You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Karain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. How does she know this? She even studied up on the Karain channeling technique. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about, I didn't quite understand. Are we gonna have to explain this to the judge? Never mind. Okay, good. Your Honor, trust me, this one, it'll just make your head spin. That is what I was saying about the games being weird with the spirit stuff in court. Yeah, I see. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. Hold it! So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Gumshoe, probably a little more than that. Hey! Don't stop it! The judge I can let fly, but don't lay a finger on Gumshoe. Dum, 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 dum. Sorry. Okay. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Hold it right there! Where in the world did that pistol come from? That's such a good question, Phoenix. It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. Bought it? A handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. There is so much wrong with this case. Hold on a second. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? You don't think he brought a gun to kill Eeny Miny, do you? You don't. No. I forgot this. In Japan, it's not even normal to have a gun. Wait, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So he was scheming something, wasn't he? Was he taking precautions against something? Because he thought maybe when he channeled the nurse would try to kill him? Interesting. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed, and the defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. How would he know Eeny was there? That's a good question. I haven't thought that far ahead. Maya's never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger. I wonder, even me? Now do you understand? Avon Karma's logic is perfect. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Your father is in jail. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad, but there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. Okay. We've got all of our presses. I have an idea. Let's summon Dr. Gray. Wait, that's a great idea. That's actually such a good idea. Because that went so well for the phase the last time. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. Interesting. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Which is, what do you mean? The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. He could have been planning on shooting Maya when she channels the nurse or something. Yeah, I guess that could be the case. It'd be crazy to bring someone back from the dead, though, just to kill them again. That's a crazy level of hate. Dr. Gray might not be all there if that's the case. He might. In that case, it's hard to side with him. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Okay. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim used the last of his strength to fight back. I feel like it's kind of important that he got it on the black market, right? Let's see this again. Dr. Gray had specifically bought the pistol for that day. He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Stabbed in the chest and then shot at point blank. Okay, so that tracks. A small fruit knife belongs to the phase. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. So they're saying he was stabbed. Then Gray took out the gun, shot at Maya, missed. Then Maya took the gun from Gray and shot again. That's what we're saying? While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Okay. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. What do you mean he missed? So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Interesting. Shot was fired. I used a finger gun. Shot was fired. Then Maya takes the gun and fires back. Interesting. Who's to say that he didn't shoot first and Maya went to stab him in self-defense? Right? Like, there's just so much going on here. Okay. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. But somehow Maya is able to hit point blank. Maya, the skilled shooter. Interesting. Okay. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. I don't know. I don't know. Is this going to come into play finally? They were too close. He missed. While the two were fighting. Okay, I'm going to save my game. I'm going to save my game. Let's see. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Okay. We don't need the diagram. 8 inches off the ground is a small hole that looks like a bullet hole. 8 inches off the ground is not very high. An old steel key. The diagram. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. And gunpowder residue along Maya's jacket. Was Gray's, 2 shots fired. Bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. This is what they're saying is the first. A small fruit knife belongs to the phase. Bears Maya's fingerprints. I'm going to try something. I don't know if this is right. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Could this be saying, like, hey, maybe that's not the case? No. Okay, so that's not it. This is a hard case for the first case in the game. I mean, probably not a lot of people are playing this one who didn't play the first one, so it really does make sense. But dang, man. Okay. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. What did he say when we pressed him on that? Hold it! There is quite a difference in height and in body strength, and it seems unlikely. Objection! That was pretty good. My impressions are getting pretty good, right? You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning? Middle of channeling. We're just gonna pretend that that isn't what we're talking about. Of course the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. But didn't they say that, like, you couldn't move after this? Now start voice acting their dialogue? No, I couldn't. I definitely cannot do that. I'm pretty sure they were saying that, like, he was too hurt to move. And it's not good enough, huh? Jeez. Dang. Defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Picked up on the opening. Took the victim's gun, and ended it. What is this for? The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. I don't even know where to start with this one. This seems pretty concrete, right? His testimony certainly makes us look bad, but there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. What points us towards the truth? They highlighted that in red, like it's super important. What sends us on the path of the truth? Saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Is there anything here that would say that Maya would not want to stab the victim in the chest? Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. An old steel key. I mean, that doesn't make sense. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. That doesn't help us out. 2 shots fired. Bears Maya's and Grace's fingerprints. A small fruit knife. Oh, this is so hard. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed? The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. That just doesn't... That screams fishy. Because they were too close? They're standing pretty far apart, right? I mean, I guess not if she stabbed him. If she stabbed him, they're not that far apart. Then shot at point blank. Ugh! I don't know. This? Oh, it was the outfit again. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Is it just because he didn't really miss? Like he hit the clothes. This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Oh, there's not one. Gunpowder burn. Because he has gunpowder burns from the gun killing him from so close. This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Let's go. Okay, this makes sense. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? Well, it means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. Objection! I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. The victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? Objection! As if that was even possible. See, no, I can't voice act their lines. I can't do it. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Oh, we got her. Well, then, that's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. Or the defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There. That should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. Oh, it's something doesn't... There's nothing's adding up here. There is a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal flaw? Yeah. Yow. Yow. Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. Okay. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. So they're saying, this is... they're saying Maya stabbed Gray, pushed him away, Gray fired, missed, Maya ran up to him, wrestled the gun from him, and then shot him. I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. What contradicts the fact that she closed in and he shot? Is it this? Is it the floor plans? I mean, they really couldn't be that far from each other. It's not a very large room. When in doubt, this has been my answer. I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it's right. This is the piece. Let's go! Music stopped. Let's go. Quite intense. I know. I'm getting kind of into it. I'm getting kind of mad. Don't come for Maya. Oh my gosh, my microphone is so much louder than normal. Can you guys hear the game volume over my microphone? Oh my gosh, I realized I was recording something earlier and I didn't have it set to where it normally is. This is where it is now. This is where it normally is. What do you guys prefer? I just realized this. I'm sorry. Which do you guys prefer microphone volume-wise? Can you still hear the music with the first one? It's been fine? You think so? Is this too quiet? I can turn it up if this is too quiet. I love how absurd these arguments may be sometimes. I know. I think that's the beauty of this game, though. It really does just bring out the craziest scenarios. Probably this. Okay, I'm going to stick with this. Sorry, guys. My bad. Just when I thought I had everything figured out. Go figure, huh? Go figure. I feel like this, my voice blends in with the volume a little bit better. Whereas with this one, I'm a little bit louder, which is good when you're recording with no background music. But when there's background music, I feel like this is better. I wasn't paying attention to the audio. Okay, fair. This is where it's at now. If you want me to change it, let me know. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. Oh, she knew about this. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who, where, what? Your explanation, please, Mr. Wright. Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, Maya, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Yes, because the bullet hole was really close to the floor. Order. This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. And the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Okay, well, she couldn't have been too close, because if Maya was any closer, she would have had the gunpowder burns, which means she had to be far enough away and in the line of sight. So, two things. She could have been here and he just has absolutely horrible aim, or she's here. Somewhere around here. Uh-oh. The judge's face is scrunched like he smells some serious bad breath. Wait. I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to... Oh, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. Sorry, Your Honor. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime. At this time, the defendant was in this area. So if it wasn't here... I mean, if she was... This is what I've thought, too, going back. If she was channeling, I think she... Doesn't she usually kneel for that? Or no? Do you not have to? What if she was here? What if she was here and that shot came from behind? She was standing here near the folding screen. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole, but how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? No, it's not, because there would be a gunpowder burn. I can't even laugh because I forget to brush in the morning too. I've made it part of my routine now. I've been much better about it. I went to the dentist for the first time in like 4 years the other day, like 2 weeks ago. And actually they were quite surprised at how good my teeth were, but they also were like, you could do a little bit better. And I'm like, you're right. So every morning now I try to floss and brush. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Ms. Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. But there's not. There's nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Got her. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You... I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. Hey, Caleb, welcome in. Welcome in. How was your week? Happy Friday. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? Yeah, of course it does. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes literally everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen? Yeah, exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Thanks, Gumshoe. Thanks for standing up there for the past 90 minutes. Appreciate you. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the bag. Blast radius of disaster. My week was good? Good. I'm glad to hear that, man. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix, right? Who, me? Aw, shucks. No, you shouldn't have. Yeah, you don't mean that. Come on, you're just pulling my chain. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Ugh, of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? It's not his fault. Oh, how is it my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing that third strand goatee. Poor Gumshoe. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. Punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lada. Why does she have a whip? You know, we don't know. We don't know how or why that was allowed in court, but apparently it's fine. I should bring something cool like that. Very well. Oh, you know what I should bring? I should bring a fishing pole. And every time we present evidence, I cast it over to the evidence table and I reel it in. Might not have the same effect as a whip, but it would be kind of cool. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess, and after we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. All right. To be continued. What are you talking about? What do you mean? like you catch it. We could put like a suction cup on it or sticky. I'm gonna stop talking. Maybe that wasn't the coolest idea. I'll think of something cool. I thought a fishing pole was kind of cool. At least a pole isn't a deadly weapon. Right. Honestly, at this point, if we're going against her, I feel like we need a shield. 11:37 a.m. Whoa, that's crazy. The time that we were... Because it was 10 a.m. when we started. Wait, this is crazy. It was 10 a.m. game time when we started. And it's now 11:37, which means it was an hour and 37 minutes that we were in there. My stream started at 7 and it's 8:35. So I've been streaming for an hour 35. We actually almost nailed this. Wait, that's crazy. That's nuts. We're canon. Phew, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. Not on my watch. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. I didn't trick anyone. Thanks. Tricked. That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? Yeah. By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Well, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Yeah, it went so well in the first game when she took the stand. Hopefully this time she's not so focused on the fame, and she's more focused on giving, an accurate testimony. Press, did you ever post the picture of the Phoenix and Edgeworth stuff? No, I didn't. I completely forgot. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll post that either tonight or tomorrow. I'll probably post it tomorrow on the YouTube community tab and Twitter. Thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot. Guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister's ghost will come after and haunt you. Great. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Also, there's Mystic Mia and Mystic Maya. Yeah, do you remember her, Pearl? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. I didn't know that. June 21st, 11:43 a.m. Wait, we're 1 minute late. It was supposed to be a 5-minute recess. Court will now reconvene. Now, the first order... I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Don't let her talk to you like that, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Oh, we're so cooked. If you had a fishing rod, you would be like, going from Hunter x Hunter, right? That's what I'm saying. That's a good... Yeah! Gon uses his fishing pole in all sorts of cool ways. I would just need a lot of practice. Roll, Raggy. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Hi, Lotta. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. I hope she doesn't get yelled at for this. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, Don't... Lotta, stand behind me. Name and occupation. I declare... What in tarnation? Judge, this here is violence against my fair self. That's fine. What? That ain't fine. That's a whip. Oh my... This woman's crazy. This woman's crazy. There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. How is this allowed? I have no idea. I have no clue. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. Oh no. Lotta, you better hurry. My name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna tell her that it's not allowed, because then she's gonna come after me. Right now, I'm not really in the line of fire. I think I've only been hit one time. Witness's account. Here we go. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang! We hear this gunshot. Bang! Bang! Way downtown! Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Ooh, am I gonna get to take the stand? Why don't I get to testify? Inside was the dead victim and the defendant, waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Oh, Lotta. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Of course. Excuse me? Reckon course. It's short for ya reckon? Of course I did. Oh, oh, Lotta, talk to me. Are you okay? Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. She is not very kind. And I thought Edgeworth was cold. The moment of truth. What will be in that picture? Let's see here. This here's the picture. Oh, oh no. Oh, this looks, oh no. Oh, this looks really bad. Oh, this, oh no. Okay. It's not ideal, is it? It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. Okay. A picture taken at the murder scene. Lotta's photo added to the court record. We might be a little screwed. Just a little bit. Ooh, my voice cracked there. At least Edgeworth had a loving dad before getting adopted by Manfred. Man, this is crazy. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? After seeing that photo, I don't know. I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Whew. I mean... This is tough. This is really tough. Is there a train by me? I don't think so. Actually, there is, but probably about... Does it sound like it? There's a train probably like... There's train tracks maybe a mile away. Nothing that I can hear. Do I have a lot of background noise? The plan to kill the victim. Your Honor, right here. This is your man. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. I feel like, listen, with how damning that photo is, we're gonna have to press a lot here. It passed? Okay, good. Was it really only... It could have been a car. Was it really only those two that went in? Objection! What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you? Okay, see, no voice acting. No voice acting the characters. What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two that went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against his own client. Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang! We hear this gunshot. One singular gunshot? Hold it. Wait a second. I don't remember if we heard two gunshots. I feel like we only heard one. Now that she mentions it. Right? I feel like... Was it really a gunshot? What is the defendant's job? He owned a hospital and he bought his gun on the black market. So to be fair, it's not looking good for him either. Oh, the defendant is a spirit medium. Sorry. The victim bought the gun on the black market. The defendant, Maya. Oh, you don't know Maya. That's right. You joined when Maya was training and we were with Emma. Maya was our partner in the first game and she's a spirit medium. And now they're framing a crime on her and we have to defend her. Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Yeah, it is weird to cross-examine a testimony that I was there for, but should be pretty easy to pick apart then, right? Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we listening to the defense testify? Yeah, I don't know. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. Lana, you're having too much fun up there. I'm going to have to ask you to calm down. Wait a second, it didn't give us a health bar regeneration. This game's cruel. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Honestly, I feel like we were waiting outside and then bang, we hear this gunshot. I feel like I can object to this, right? I'm going to save. But I feel like I can object to this. Right? I mean, there's 2 gunshots. Objection! I jumped the gun. Okay, my bad. I thought I was onto something. I jumped the gun a little bit. We need Meekins back. Where is he? Just give me a sign that he's okay. I hope he comes back. Bang, we hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down. So, let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down. Phoenix. Phoenix, buddy. That might be us. Yes, Ms. Von Karma, I broke the door down. No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man. Well, thank you. That's something I would have liked to see. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you see once you broke in? Okay. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. One of our previous defendants and our current one, both times accused of murder. Yeah, her track record looks rough. But it's not her fault. Literally, it's not her fault. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lotta seems awfully confident in her testimony. I'll press a little bit harder. Lotta, please think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? Wait a second. I was murdered. Right now she's possessed, by the way. This is not Maya speaking. This is the ghost that's taking her over. Lotta, at a time like this, times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? When you saw the murderer at the time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? Well, you see, that is kind of crazy. Order! Ms. Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Yeah, sorry. This shifts things back a little bit to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Excuse you. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered, one of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. It was Maya. It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. And I'm trapped like one, like a rat. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Last thing to press her on, then we've got to start breaking it down. Sure am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Is she even Morgan Fey? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about behind the folding screen, behind the door, or under the flooring? Could be behind the screen. I'm gonna say probably not behind the door. Maybe the flooring. Huh. Okay. Let's take a look at the floor plan. I really doubt it's the door. But it absolutely, they could be behind here. I believe in my first theory. Your theory kind of seems pretty good right now, to be honest, Raven. I do think that's where I'm leading as well. Okay, so was she behind the folding screen, behind the door, under the phone? I'm going with behind the folding screen. What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Wait, what? What in the... Giving. You know, you reckon? That's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Ms. Hart. What? You got a problem? Given. I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. Whoa! It honestly scares me sometimes. It catches me off guard. Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you? Just as I thought, there really isn't anything wrong with the testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Oh no. Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Ms. Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. Bars. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do? If I just let this go... What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. Oh boy, do I! If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. So it's important that I save my game. Because they did not give me a fresh health bar. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? I feel like if I say no, it's over. I reckon given there is someone hiding back there and either escaped or in a place Lotta didn't see. Maybe they were under the floorboards. Like, maybe they were under the floor. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? I really feel like if I say no, it's over. The case is over. So what would prove it's not Maya? Wait. It's on her left sleeve. The bullet hole's on her left sleeve. We can't see her left sleeve. Dang it. Can you look at the photo again? Ah, okay, I really thought it was going to be the jacket that would do it, but I guess not. Is no one going to question why she looks so much taller? Ah, don't worry about it. That's not important. I mean, I think it is, but that's what I was thinking, the bullet hole. I know, but it's not there. At least you can't see it. Is the back of her jacket bloody at all? No. That's convenient. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? Died after falling asleep at the wheel? I mean, maybe the newspaper clipping. I could say it was the nurse. I don't know. I don't know if that stands in a court of law to say, Your Honor, my client was actually possessed by a spirit. I don't think that flies in a court of law. Depending on what angle the thing is laid in, the check menu, it might still be there. I don't... Okay. A diagram of Fey Manor. This is tough. This is tough. Take another look at the photo. Okay. On the check menu? Or, oh, I'm sorry. Take another look at the jacket. I don't know. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Is there any... I'm going to present this and see where it gets us, and we'll go from there, okay? Oh, or I can't present anything yet. But I feel like if I choose this, I lose. It's only 1 health bar. This is essentially a freebie, because getting things wrong for the most part is 2 health bars. It went all the way through, so it's either behind her waist or not there. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna at least try it. Your Honor, it is possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. What? Do you know what you were proposing? Yeah, that's just plain fool's talk. Thanks, guys. Your show of support is awesome. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show the court some proof. Prove to this court that the person in this photo is not Maya Fey. Does their biographies talk about the height at all? No? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I reckon giving Lotta should shut up kindly. Lotta is really getting on my nerves. Okay. This is the only thing I could think that would prove it's not Maya. I'm gonna go for it. Here is your proof. Okay. What? You can't just object and say nothing. Oh no, I thought I would work on my inflections. Just wondering what an objection with a twist of "you're wrong" sounds like. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic. Shoot, I guess they threw me for a loop there. Because they cut the music, and that usually means I did something right. I guess I wasn't showing enough confidence. That was it, Phoenix. I guess we'll give up. I don't think there's anything else really, right? I mean, what in this photo proves that she's not Maya? I think that this is Maya. We might as well throw it out there. It was a harmless thing to get wrong. It doesn't actually hurt us. I guess we'll give up. Well, Mr. Wright, I hope this doesn't lose us the case. Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? No. I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. I told you. Totally, 100% impossible. Ms. Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume. I couldn't protect Maya. No, Phoenix. The defense. The defense. Phoenix. Oh, let's go. This is Maya's sister, for those who are not aware. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia! No way. Dude, let's go! Wait. Is this Pearl? Oh my gosh, this is Pearl, isn't it? Wait a second. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Here we go. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? Pearls! Pearl is a prodigy, I guess you're right. Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. Oh, this is so hype. This is so hype. This is probably so confusing for you guys who missed the majority of the first game. So, the Fae clan, they can channel the spirits of the dead. And Mia, our mentor, is dead. But sometimes she'll show herself through Maya, or now through Pearl, who is Maya's cousin and another spirit medium prodigy. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully, one more time, about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray. Dude, this is so hype. Oh my gosh. I was murdered. At a time like this... You see, there's one final piece to this puzzle. Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Well, that's a shocker. Because, you know, lot of heart. Known truthful testifier from the first game. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Hold it right there, buddy. Please, please, may I have one more go? One more chance. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled? Huh? No, but sir. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore... Whoa! How about that? Wait a second. She'll allow another testimony? Wait a second. Von Karma's case is perfect, absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that? Wow, her overconfidence is gonna be her downfall. I mean, I have some place I must go after this. Your Honor, she's facing the death penalty. And you're worried about lunch. All right, I'll allow it. Ms. Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? I mean, I don't think I got through to the judge. Actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. Witness account part 2. The sequel. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I think it's a mix of overconfidence and also showing that she's better than her father. Oh! I see. I like that. I think you're onto something there, Hollow. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Interesting. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Who's her father? Her father... Oh, I forgot. Her father was an attorney that we faced in the first game. And spoilers incoming for the first game, like big spoilers, so if you were ever going to go play it yourself, maybe mute me here. Spoilers incoming, 3, 2, 1. Her father was the prosecutor that we faced in the first game, who just so happened to be a murderer himself that we got convicted and found guilty. And so, yeah, she's got a little bit of family history. He was an evil man. Manfred was a terrible guy. He also tased us. He tased us. So maybe this runs in the family. Oh my gosh, Maya Fey herself has joined us. Hello, Maya Fey. How are you doing? We're trying so hard to save you right now. We're trying so hard. Welcome, Maya. We'll try our best. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. This is a blind playthrough, yes. So I'm going to assume, since your name's Maya Fey, that you have played a lot or all of the games. So this is a blind playthrough. So obviously for everyone new watching, I do ask that you avoid spoilers. But if you don't know what's going on, please feel free to theorize. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it, but you still snapped a picture. Then perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Eh? Phoenix Wright is here too. What is going on? Hi, Phoenix Wright. Welcome. I reckon that's possible. Objection! If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix, right? Okay, that I don't have an answer to. Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling? Or maybe... Ow! Foolish fool spouting foolish foolishness, just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. Well, that would be pretty bad. And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? I've summoned the role players. I guess so. Welcome, role players. All I ask is that you, please refrain from any spoilers. But aside from that, we're good. Sorry, Maya. Are y'all done here? Can I continue? I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. 2, right? 2 what? 2 pictures. I heard it. Do. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Hart, where is the other picture you've been withholding? Lada. No, you've got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. Oh, ho, ho. Now hang on, Lada. Are we friends? And you're gonna get on trial. I don't like Lada. I don't like her. Do. This is, I don't know what they're called. This is the second case of the second game. What? Von Karma? That's a pretty crazy accusation. Ms. Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence. Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. Oh no, I'm not leaving it to the judge. No shot. The judge has no backbone. I'm taking this matter into my own hands. Oh yeah, first case if you don't count the tutorial case. You've 180'd on her? Listen, I can only take so much. Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. That's right, Phoenix. Well, yes, me in contempt of court. You can't be serious. I would argue the whip is already contempt of court enough, right? I don't know. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? Me, I'm sorry, that is crazy. I was so angry I lost my composure. Ms. Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? Well, I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. How could you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble? How can you say that? That's not fair is my new quote. I like it. That's not fair. If you want to see it that badly, I mean, I'll submit it. Please do. I feel like that's pretty important. Lada's photo 2 added to the court record. Oh, she's from Germany in this translation. Is she from Germany in the Japanese translation as well? A picture taken at the murder scene. Dude. Wait! You're saying this is the same photo? You gotta be kidding me. This is an entirely different photo. What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. Wait a second. This looks an awful lot like Mimi Miney. That's all I'm saying. This looks an awful lot like Mimi Miney, doesn't it? The eyes and the lips. Am I crazy? Oh, this is crazy. What is the meaning of this? might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? I don't know. We should just hammer in on it. Your Honor, I didn't summon her. Wait a second. As you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's not just her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Wait a second. Is this not a case of summoning at all? Or do we just not want to bring up the act of summoning to the judge? I don't know if that stands in court. Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it! Who's the defendant? Maya. Maya's the defendant. You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. I am? Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. Dang it, ow. I just hit my hand on my desk really hard. She's smiling? I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ms. Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitors room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant Maya Fey during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? Your Honor, please don't make me explain this to you. It's so confusing. She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. Okay, at least Von Karma is going to do the explaining and I don't have to. Well, yeah, who did take that photo? That's a really random photo to have. None of those Mayas look the same. No, this has to be so confusing for the court. It's confusing for me. It's unbelievable that she can... Yet, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. This is crazy. Ms. Von Karma, a word, if I may. Mia, taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Wait a second. Yeah, Mia's here. This is so weird. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. But you showed the court! What is she? From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't have even a single witty line. It looks like we've been had. Yeah, I mean, we can deny the evidence be submitted all we want, but it's there, and that's unfortunate. It looks like we've been had. Dang, man. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey? If I give up here, the trial's gonna end, but if I slip up and say something wrong, it'll cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? 2 bars. Okay, this is gonna make me lose 2 bars, so I'm gonna save. But I think I can. I think I can prove it. Your Honor, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. Does it now? A contradiction. We've never been about cheesing your cases anyway. We gotta follow through and prove without a doubt that Maya's innocent. True? But yeah, wait, you're right. This might not be Maya at all. Because there's no bullet hole in the sleeve. This is so confusing. I thought that this was from Maya channeling her, but maybe not. Okay, theory time. Theory time, theory time, theory time, theory time. The dead doctor from a year ago faked her death. She came back to kill him. That's my theory. Hollow told me to speak my theories into existence. I'm speaking this one. And the contradiction lies right here, Your Honor. Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve. But there isn't anything odd about it. Is that so? And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there. Oh, ho, ho, got him. There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well, no? Dude, let's go! Ms. Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You look to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Ms. Von Karma's face. Gosh, he's always so confident. Can't you show a little bit of nerves for once? Holy moly. Girl got a penalty. I mean, the penalty should be, like, jail, right? Contempt of court? She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? And what incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. It shows her face! I see. She's lying through her teeth, and I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that that detective gets what's coming. Don't touch Gumshoe. You understand me? I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe, he didn't ask for this. Poor guy. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Here we go. Your Honor, there's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. Oh, 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 oh. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You touch Gumshoe and I whip you, Von Karma. You stay off our detective. There's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. This picture is fake, the bullet hole was made later, or the shooter is someone else. And it makes no sense for the bullet hole to be made later, so it's gotta be the shooter someone else. Which means this might not even be a case of possession, of Maya possessing someone. This might be a whole actual person dressed in Maya's outfit, right? The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly doesn't. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. Huh? Lotto's just sitting there like, am I good to go now, or... Order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Don't do that. Whoa! The defense's argument is a complete mess. Finally we get her sweating. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please, enlighten us. Hey, witness. What the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, Hugh. You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Your Honor, she can't talk to the witness like this. This has to be a problem. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... No, Lana! Lana, stand behind me. I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there. Honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? She's openly threatening a witness? Yeah, and we're just letting her go. Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Hang in there, Phoenix. Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then I have two questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? Interesting, interesting. Behind the screen, maybe. Lotta says she checked behind the screen, though. That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even me is calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around, huh? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either of those conditions were true, can we just ask Maya? No, because she was probably possessed. Shoot! Okay, Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is a third person entered it, Maya left, or something I can't explain yet. Okay. My theory was right behind the screen? I think you're right. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber, a third person had entered it, Maya had left. I'm gonna go with a third person had entered it. Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. Uh-oh. I have proof that there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. Do I? Sure! I don't know. Do I have? Well, maybe. I'm sure I do. Somewhere. The floor plans, no. An old steel key. A green jewel is set in the center of the key's grip. Maybe the key, right? Here's the diagram. There's no way in from at least the diagram. We could say it was someone hiding behind there. Yeah, how do we present that? I guess we could present this, right? I don't know, though. I have proof that there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. Phoenix, don't make such bold claims. It puts me in a pickle. Lotto's photo 1. Is there any contradiction here between this photo and this photo? None that I see. No crazy contradictions. Both pictures are taken at an angle that can't see the folding screen. Yeah, you're right. Should I present this? Should I present it? I'm going to present this. Take that! Please take a good look at this. Let's go! Phoenix looks confident, so I'm confident. I've already seen it. Thank you. And what is the purpose of this item? Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you actually see what you're doing. I think... Oh! Man, they've thrown me for a couple of loops. I really thought I had them. I think it is the court that should be sighing at you, Mr. Wright. I was really confident. Okay, let's think it over for a second here. Save. I think the way I'm going about this is all wrong. I have to start over and try to think about things in a different manner. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If only we were in that room where it happened, I know. If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true. Oh, so all I have to do is prove either one was true. Someone was there after, or Maya was gone after. I don't think I can. Only other guess would be the key. Yeah, we got this from Pearl, right? I think we got the key from Pearl. If I could prove that either of those conditions were true... Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. Okay. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber... I'm going to try one here. If I don't get it, I'm going to try something I can't explain. Let's see if we can present why Maya left the room. And the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. This seems promising. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. Why are we piling on poor Gumshoe? Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of arrest, the defendant had left the room. Okay. I gotta prove it. This doesn't prove anything. The newspaper doesn't prove anything. I don't think this would prove that Maya left the room, right? This is what I'm gonna fall back to if I can't come up with anything else. The floor plans, I don't think help us. Check the photograph. I'm going through it all. The autopsy report's not gonna help us. Neither is the gun, neither is the knife. Really, this won't either. So let's look at the photographs. What in here would show that Maya had left the room? Wait. Hang on. Now, I might be overthinking this. But wasn't Maya on the other side? Her back was facing this. Right? I'm almost... Yeah. Maya's back was facing this. In the... Yeah. I'm going with this. The evidence you're looking for is this? What the heck is the question mark in there for? No! Next time, only present evidence you actually do have faith in. We might be cooked. We might... Not cooked, but I think we might have to... I'm going to try saying I don't have anything right now. No, that seems wrong, right? Okay. Can we prove that a third person had entered the room or that Maya had left the room? How can we prove that Maya had left the room? I don't think that proves it. You think third person? You think it's easier to prove that a third person was in there? Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. We did see Maya. You're right. Okay, so how do we prove then that there was a third person there? Well, there's no bullet hole here. How do we prove that there was a third person in the room? What I assume based off my knowledge of the case is that the person in the second photo shot through the folding screen and hit the victim and hit Maya's sleeves, so she ran out. That was what Raven was saying too. Raven was saying someone was sitting behind here and shot. Which makes sense. That does check out. But how do we know? Okay, a third person had entered it. I'm gonna try the key. Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. Yeah, you're right. If she used the key, we would have seen... The key is the only evidence I can think of. I know, but wouldn't we have seen her go through? Yeah, I mean, from what we understand, there's only one. There's only one entrance, right? I mean, here's the crime scene, and here's a layout of the manor, and this is where the crime took place. So we would have seen anyone go in and out. I think key with third party barged in. I'll try it. Take that! Please take a good look at this. Okay. I've already seen it. Oh. Don't you see, Your Honor? Oh, man. I think she went in before Maya went into it. That's what I'm... Yeah, okay, so I agree, Raven. That's what I was thinking. But I feel like they don't give us that option, right? But I agree. That's what I was thinking too, is well, there could have been someone in there ahead of time. I think the way I'm going about this is all wrong. I have to start over and try to think about things in a different manner. What if, before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? And we're trying to think outside the box here. If I could prove that either of those conditions were true, either that there was a third person in the room when we barged in, or that when we barged in, Maya had left the room, we'd be good. Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber... Either of these. It almost seems like there's two options, right? New theory? Let's hear it. What proves that Maya had already left? Person in the room knocked out Maya and hit her somewhere behind the screen? Well, if Lada is to be trusted, Lada checked the whole room. Now, I'm not a Lada fan, so I would put a lot of doubt in her testimony. But per Lada, she checked the room. A diagram of the channeling chamber. No. Granny somehow in cahoots? I do got a bad feeling about Aunt Morgan. I'm trying to think so hard. Okay, wait. What if I... Wait. No. Well... How did the bullet hole get here? If the plant is here, right? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Maybe Maya went out before anyone else went in? Maybe. We were sitting outside, though, when it happened. So we were with the two of them. They went into the channeling chamber, but it's only client and spirit medium allowed, so we had to wait outside. So anyone at least... Maybe there's a secret entrance, but anyone that used the front door, we would have seen. Granny went in also, and she could have tinkered in and, like, dragged Maya out of there. But we would have seen it, right? There's got it. I agree. There has to be a back door. I don't know if this is just an oversight, but how would if the plant is here, how'd the bullet get there? What about this picture? Didn't Granny kick us out of there before she went in? Did she? You might be right. We could try. What if we... Oh, she could have done it then after she made us leave. I agree. Well, this didn't work for a third person. The key might be the case if Maya is the one that left, maybe? How did the person get Maya's clothes? I don't think they're the same clothes. Because Maya's has the hole in it, and this one doesn't. I presented this one. I presented this one. Unless there's a different key. But I don't think so. I already presented this one, I think. Although, you know what? I thought I presented something the last time. Since we're just sitting here. Alright, well, I'll try Maya left the room, and I'll try using the key. Maya Fey was being looked at by her Aunt Morgan. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. Prove that the murder until the time of... Let's try it. Ms. Hart, do you remember this key? Oh! Ah! Alright. Works for me. Do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey! That's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yes. Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one, of its kind after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix, right? Yes, it looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? Uh-huh. What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Oh! Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. Yes! Okay, yes. I remember now. Granny might have given her an outfit to make the rigging look even more believable. Dude, Aunt Morgan might actually be in on it. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix, right? I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. Okay, neither had Edgeworth, and neither had Manfred Von Karma. And guess what? I'm 2-0, and I'm coming for you too. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. Well, okay, that's a little hurtful. Granny will want Pearl as the head mystic. I agree. I think so too, Raven. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Interesting. Very interesting. We got somewhat believable evidence and some plausible evidence to put Granny as an accessory to the crime. I agree. Right now, I'm looking at either Eenie Miney or Aunt Morgan. Morgan Fey. That'd be crazy if it was Maya's aunt. June 21st, 132, District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. Wow, that was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt like I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick, I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. That's okay, Maya. Don't ever say those words again. We're going to keep that to ourselves. We are going to keep that to ourselves. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you. I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. All right, Pearls, you ready to go buy some tickets? Oh yeah, we're not going to make you run home this time. We'll show you how to take the train. A ticket? Poor thing. So sheltered. We'll buy you a ticket, and then remember how we do it so you don't have to run here the next time. To be continued. Well, that was fun. Holy moly. This was a long stream. This is 2 hours and 40. That's one of our longer ones. I'm going to call it on that, y'all. That was fun. That was really fun. Very, very fun. Third person was already in the room before they even started the spirit summoning. I think you might be right. I think you might be right. 3 hour stream, really. Well, like, nah, 2 hours 40. 2 hours 40. Ah, that was fun, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. That was a cool one. This is the last stream of the week. Let's see. Schedule will be out Sunday, probably, as usual. Hopefully a little bit fuller of a schedule. We'll see. Not necessarily all with streams, but there might be a long form video that I promised a while ago that might be coming out. I may have recorded that video. I still have to edit it, but I certainly think a week is a reasonable amount of time. And speaking it out into the distance will make me work on it. So maybe there's something else in the cards. Maybe. Cool. Well, as always, this was super fun. And I really like this case. It's one of my favorites that we've done so far. Oh, thank you for the reminder, Raven. I will post the 2 plushes that I got. Just side by side. Well, that's going to do it, guys. Whether you are just waking up in the morning, stopping by on your lunch break, or hanging out, settling in after dinner, thank you for stopping by and having a cup of coffee with me. And I will see y'all next week in the next stream. See ya.